going to make a movie that the fans will be happy with as well.
最初から映画チックな、ゲームと言われてたし、できる限り早い時期に映画化してほしいとは思ってました。
What I like in Resident Evil is the mixture between the horror and the action.
The other thing about it is that it has at its center a true evil, and evil is always very dramatic.
Don't play it at home alone at night.
Before we started shooting, we sent them for very intensive training sessions, which was led by an ex-Navy SEAL, and he basically kicked their asses.
We started out with the actors doing commando training, which is a military form of training, how to take over a building. We also taught them climbing, because throughout the movie they have to climb excess tunnels. We did also martial arts with the actors, variation from Taekwondo and American Karate. I call it Hell Week. We gave them a Hell Week.
James tried to avoid teaching us the real moves, even the stunt moves that he was teaching us on, like how to crack bone.
What's important is you get this.
Okay.
And then crack.
We'll be shooting guns.
Now turn your head.
They shoot at you.
Actors like Milla, she had extensive martial arts, because if you see in the film, she's doing a lot of kicking butt on the undead.
That message will hold. Go, 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 go!
Her kicks are very high, very effective. You can ask the director. And
Oh, I loved it. I got to do one of my favorite things, which is shoot a gun.
a lot of the things the actors do themselves, I must honestly say. We had one stunt guy, he burned 20 times for a shot. In America, the stunt guys burn 4 times, and they'll say, okay, look, talk to our agent. But the German stunt guy, he burned 20 times for a stunt. Eric, who's the main actor, he plays Matt in the film, burned in this film. He didn't pretend like he was burning. We burned his leg in the film. We lit him up, burned his leg, and that's extensive for an actor to do. As well as the director of photography, we burned him too in this film. The producer, Jeremy Bold, he came off the producer thing, came down, became a zombie, no joke.
Oh, I'm gonna look really scary.
He was squibbed, so he was shot, he had to fall down.
Very much.
And then he did a ratchet system, so he also did a stunt in this film. So,
It's that kind of place where you feel like you're being watched. I mean, my God, just a piece of history brought to life, like the architecture in the film.
We wanted to create something new. People want to see something new. We avoided anything that's too cartoony and tried to use just always contemporary technology. We've tried to avoid anything that's too obviously science fiction. We went back to what is available technology, and we've used that. There's a corridor that they go down that lasers come out and move all the way down the corridor. How do you do that without giving away the fact that there might be something in there? And, do you have sort of big lines where the lasers pop through, or do you have holes where the lasers pop out? Nothing really kind of worked. And Paul suddenly said, the lasers should come through the walls. And I said, well, then they should be glass, shouldn't they?
One of our characters is caught in a trap.
Being in the specimen tanks and shooting the machine guns and hearing it echo through the corridors and walking around during break silently through these echoey, dark, and the smoke, and it's very, very eerie, very scary.
Then when you get into the utility tunnels, I mean, just the steam and the moisture and the look.
It is very close to some of the shots in the game. Plus, and that's the good thing, is that it plays very low tech, and I like that.
Then rain ends up on this side of the corridor. Right. because it's terrifying, it's claustrophobic, horrible. But to actually work up there, it's difficult. You know, not only do you have to get the actors up there, you have to get a camera crew up there, and then you have to light these tiny little spaces.
You know, being in these contained environments with so many people snarling and the noise and everything, it's overwhelming. I mean, it looks so much like the video game. And a lot of things in this film have been recreated from different famous scenes in the video game.
That match isn't gonna hold. Keep moving.
A couple of the sets, like the access tunnels, we had a very small camera track hidden up in the ceiling that was disguised to look like a lot of pipes that were already up there. And you could just run the camera on this fantastic little dolly up there along the top of the pipes.
Every time we come to a new set, there was a time when it seemed to get worse and worse and worse, and we were down in the sewers and then just above the pipes with all the zombies below, and every day we go, is this ever going to get better? Are we ever going to see sunlight?
The Camcat's a special rig that we flew in from Vienna. It's never been used on a feature film before in North America. It's basically a camera system that runs on wires, and the wires are rigged to one end, they're rigged to the ground, and the other end are rigged to a construction crane. So our construction crane is 350 feet high. So the camera goes from basically eye level, close-up of Milla, to 350 feet in the air, and it does that in about 20 seconds, which is like 70 miles an hour. Zombies from the kind of late 70s, early 80s movies, and just do those again.
The veins popping out and the eyes, I think it's the eyes most of all. The contacts are sick.
When we filmed the zombie sequences in the utility pipes, I mean, it was really, our hearts were racing. When they started moving, you forget that it's not real.
To scare the shit out of people.
We went into medical science. We avoided everything else like the plague. Went into every mortuary book we could find, every disease-ridden tomb that we could read. Still keeps them feeling real, pale down a little bit, as would a real dead body.
The creature is a liquor. It's a form of liquor. It's been developed by the Umbrella Corporation by injecting the T virus into living tissue. But it's unstable. And when the liquor begins to feed upon the DNA of another living being, it begins to mutate.
I mean, you know, the liquor in number 2, like going back with his tongue out, dropping from the ceiling on that guy, it's in the movie.
We wanted to make it a lot more powerful, a lot more threatening. We actually built 2 main creatures. One was more gross movement for battering ram. He was quite heavy steel inside him, reinforced, and we could throw him at windows and doors.
It's all right.
There's a bloke inside. He's the rear portion, which gives him a lot of mobility. The second one was a much more controlled one. Radio-controlled face, the jaw splits, the 2 teeth at the front come out, move around independently and together. The head is a much more controlled movement. The puppeteer at the back of the creature, every movement that he does is directly corresponds to the front end of the creature. So as he's performing, then the creature's performing. With the best will in the world, you can't really animate animatronically a 4 to 6 foot length tongue.
Fabulous.
It's too big. Shouldn't it be skinnier and like razor sharp points, but like skinny and like a little whip?
This is an early design for the tongue.
What Penny's doing here is doing different muscle setups in the neck, so each muscle has a different control. So every time he moves his head, everything reacts correctly with it. So when he attacks his prey or whips his head, the character setup is a bit more complicated because it actually doesn't have skin. It's just all muscle and sinew.
I just realized where you placed this chair. I think I'm over the trap door where the creature falls through. I'm afraid to look down. Stay away from the button.
It hunts flesh like the zombies hunt flesh, but
This is going to be an exceptionally scary film.
It's exactly the kind of movie that I would go and see.
Find the points when the audience is going to be hurling that popcorn in the air.
It's going to cause a lot of bad dreams for a whole new generation of kids.
And to see me in a wet mini dress and a gun, I mean, come on. What more can you ask for from Resident Evil?